Hi everyone, meteorologist Chad Evans here with a look at your daily weather forecast video, sponsored always by Trent Johnson State Farm. Trent is my agent.com. 2 periods of severe weather risk today. We're in it with the first one right now, then another period of severe weather risk towards evening, followed by gradient winds behind this very strong cold front that may produce a few power outages tonight and into tomorrow. Some good soaking rain for the area, but some of that moisture may flash freeze as the cold air comes in very rapidly with the front this evening. Below zero wind chills by morning after near, if not record, warm temperatures today. And then a couple bursts of colder weather and some risk for getting some snow in here, albeit very minor, not only towards early in the week, but also around New Year's Eve. And then we got to watch towards January 5th. For some snowfall as well. Again, albeit very minor. Temperatures, though, look at that. We are running 55 at Rochester to 66 at Covington and Cayuga, 62 Lebanon, 63 here from Florida, Galveston and Logansport, Round Grove and Fowler, Remington and Goodland over to Kentland, all reporting 63 degrees with an overcast sky. But dew points are juicy. I mean, with dew points the size of the low 60s, there's some stickiness in the air today. And you combine that with the shear and the strong forcing from a very strong storm system and cold front coming in. And, well, you've got cold season, what we call cold season severe weather risk. We've already had storms in our far northwestern and northern parts of the area late morning to very early afternoon here, but the main area of concern is this cluster of severe storms that is crossing Interstate 57 in eastern Illinois. Severe thunderstorm warning, Iroquois, and also west central Newton County as these storms move to the east-northeast. Right here you see Morocco, Mount Ayr, Brook, Kentland, and then you go all the way up here to Enos, Lake Village. There is Roselawn, DeMont is here, there's Rensselaer, and everything's kind of moving in this east-northeasterly direction. The threat here would be a gust of 60 miles an hour. This brighter green area via the velocity product, the radar's reading the wind, all moving in this general direction towards Newton and Jasper counties, and a core here of hail up to 1 inch in diameter. That's near Chatsworth and headed for Danforth and Gilman, Illinois. And that would tend to move over towards Morocco, Brook, and Kentland. Again, hail and wind is the threat with this storm. Being in Morocco in less than a half an hour to Mount Ayr, Brook, Kentland, about 45 minutes to Rensselaer, and we're more like an hour to Maderryville, and closer to an hour at Wheatfield, and half an hour at Lake Village, with the slight risk of severe weather today. Again, from now to about 2 p.m. in the north and northwest, severe weather risk, and then 5 to 9 for the line coming through for severe weather risk as well. That's a 2 out of 5 on the scale for a couple or a few severe gusts, isolated hail, and I can't even rule out a brief tornado spin up with some good soaking rains from these storms as well. Now, with that said, that's a 2 out of 5 on the scale. I don't think we'll be upgraded to that at all, but given the fact that we may have a few scattered bouts of severe weather, that fits that 2 out of 5 on the scale very well. And you can see that here. So the storms in the northwest and the north, those pull away. Then we get the main line that comes through during the evening. So we got the severe weather risk right now in the north till about 2 p.m. and then again 5 to 9 for the line to come through. But the highest amounts of rainfall of some places more than 1.5 inches in our northwestern counties, but everybody should get some decent soaking rain from this storm system. Then it's just the strong, locally damaging gradient wind behind the front, behind the storm tonight and into tomorrow, with much colder air and, yes, indeed, some scattered snow showers coming in tonight and tomorrow. Could be some dustings here and there. If we're going to get an inch of snow, it's going to be right here up towards Rochester. The rest of the area, some local dustings, or the grass whitened in some places. But not after 66 for a high today, which would be the second warmest December 28th since 1864 in Greater Lafayette, though the record of 68 set in 1984. So all that said, there's the line coming through this evening. We got to get through these storms in the northwest over the next hour or two. 66 the high, the winds increasing, and look at that, 62 to 68 for highs forecast area wide. We tank tonight, flash freeze scenario, moisture freezing up on some roadways. We go from 56, even some 60s still left over at 8 to mid 20s at midnight. Winds gusting 40 to 50, and then gusts later tonight 43 to 56 miles an hour with some scattered snow showers coming in, and some scattered snow showers tomorrow. Best chance would be before 3 p.m. the way it looks right now, but look at those gusts still running 42 to 54 early, and then 38 to 50 in the afternoon from the west-northwest. And when you combine that with 15 in the morning and only 23 in the afternoon, your wind chill's very low. They're running 8 below 0 to 3 below 0 in the morning and 1 below 0 to 9 above during the afternoon. And your peak gradient wind gusts, these are not thunderstorm gusts, peak gradient gusts in the cold air behind the front, 50 at the Purdue Airport, a gust of 51 expected at Monticello, 54 Remington, 56 Fowler and Morocco, 51 at Winnemac, 48 Kokomo, Lebanon, and Crawfordsville, and the gust to 51 at Attica. A little weak system, a little weak clipper north of us may bring a period of some scattered snow showers very late Tuesday evening, Tuesday night. There could be a few local dustings out of that, and perhaps a little bit of brief light freezing drizzle in our southern and our southwestern counties. Then we watch New Year's Eve. A little clipper may zip through and bring some dustings of snow. Maybe some places getting an inch out of this, but if you're going to be out after midnight, be aware that a few slick spots may develop. Then towards January 5th, another clipper comes down. That could bring some snow showers and a little very minor accumulation as well. So 33 Tuesday, 40 then falling Wednesday though, but 24 Thursday, 23 Friday, 6 in the morning, 38 warming up Saturday, and then we're going to watch towards the 5th for that system to bring some very minor accumulating snow.